So an elderly Jewish gentleman somehow passed his driving test, and he's driving down the highway, and he gets a call from his wife. And she says, "Sydney, I heard on the radio that there's a car driving the wrong way on the highway. Be very careful." He said, "Zelda, the highway that I'm on, there's not just one car driving the wrong way. Every single car is driving the wrong way." Ha ha ha. Jewish people are like Sydney. We've been driving the wrong way down the highway of history for 4,000 years. This week's Parsha talks about kosher animals. And it talks about kosher fish. And one of the signs that the Talmud tells us, which is a sure telltale sign that a fish is kosher, is if the fish can swim upstream. If you find a fish and it's swimming upstream, you know for sure that that fish is kosher. You don't even have to check if it has fins and scales. The Jewish people in several places in the Torah are compared to fish. We're like the fish. And what does that mean? It means that while the whole world is going in one direction and the whole world says that something is right, the Jewish people have always stood up throughout history, going all the way back to Abraham. Abraham was called Avraham HaIvri, which is where the word Ivrit or the Hebrews come from. Abraham was on the other side. The whole world served idols, and Abraham said, "No, this is wrong. There's one God." Going back to our forefather Abraham, who stood up against the world and went in the direction that he knew to be the truth. A monotheistic, single, divine, loving God that's involved intimately in all the details of our lives. That was what he taught, and that's what he believed. And the whole world thought he was crazy. And ever since that moment, 4,000 years ago, the Jews have been swimming upstream. We've been driving the wrong way on the highway. But you know what? That is a telltale sign that we are kosher. How do we know when we're doing the right thing? When we are going against what the rest of the world says. That's part of being a Jew, to be a contrarian, not to just go ahead and do what everybody else around you is doing, not to believe what everybody else around you believes, not to say and to write and to do and to think what everybody else is thinking, but to know and to understand and think for ourselves and use our minds to understand what is truly right in this world, what are the values that we really believe in and stand for, and hold on to them strongly and commit to them, even if the whole world tells us we are crazy. That's what it means to be a kosher Jew. And we learn that from the fish. Wishing everybody a wonderful Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom from Yerushalayim.